Hello and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, and a puzzle that we have been inundated with recommendations to try in the last 24 hours. And I have to say, this looks like something of a discovery in the world of Sudoku. It's called Hypnotic Suggestion. It's by Atticus 837. It's meant to be extremely approachable. And it's really clever. There's like a cage here. I don't know. Can I actually? I might be able. Oh, hang on. I can double click the cage. There we go. There's a cage here, and this is a look-see clue. This 87654321 thing. So that means that this cage contains 8 sevens, 6 fives, 4 threes, and 2 ones. And then we've got another cage. Yeah, I can double click that one as well. There. Oh, I've made this look completely psychedelic. And this one contains 1, 2, 3 4s, 5 6s, and 7 8s. And that's all the rules apart from Sudoku. I think it's 8 by 8 Sudoku, so we've got to put sort of the digits 1 to 8. Anyway, I'll do the rules properly in a moment or two. But that is apparently all that is required to make this a solvable puzzle. So Atticus 837 has sort of made a discovery, and people have been we've got emails saying that this is a truly remarkable Miracle Sudoku, and it's inspired other puzzles as well. Somebody, Pulsar, I want to say, has sent in a puzzle themed on this, but was insistent that this puzzle must take pride of place because it is so utterly remarkable. So I mean, this is a really fantastic thing that we're going to get to try. A brand new Sudoku discovery today by Atticus 837. I think a debut on the channel for Atticus 837, and I'm looking forward to having a go in a moment or two's time. A couple of things that I will mention before we get started. Do like and subscribe, please. That's one of the things. We've got I did a solve last night with the winner of last month's Patreon reward, Tim. Tim and I solved a puzzle by Itrio, which is very appropriate given that Itrio set last month's competition, Sudoku Hunt featuring yin-yang puzzles, and we had an absolute blast. It was great. So Tim's from Atlanta, and is a phenomenal solver. So that video will hopefully go live on the channel probably on Monday morning. So I know some of you enjoy the sort of viewer solves that we've been doing, so look out for that then. Next, Geraldine sent me a poem that I really liked, so I was going to share that with you. I know I do that from time to time, and I think some of you don't hate it. I don't know if that's true or not. But Sara Teasdale, who I think was an American poet, probably from about 100 years ago, I guess, wrote a poem called Off Algiers. And it's only short, but it has got an absolute delight to it. The language is gorgeous, so I'll quickly read this to you. And thank you, Geraldine, for sending it in. So, Off Algiers by Sara Teasdale. Oh, give me neither love nor tears, nor dreams that sear the night with fire. Go lightly on your pilgrimage, unburdened by desire. Forget me for a month, a year, but oh, beloved, think of me when unexpected beauty burns like sudden sunlight on the sea. It's gorgeous, isn't it? That is gorgeous. Hopefully we'll find some unexpected beauty burning like sudden sunlight on the sea in Hypnotic Suggestion. We shall see. And I've got one birthday to do. Oh, actually, sorry, just to mention this month's competition as well, which is over on Patreon right now. Regeneration. Which are these sort of linked puzzles, Sudoku worms. Let's just do a quick refresh on the count. 476 yesterday, 516 today. It's going up and it's creeping up towards 2,000 solves of the first puzzle. So fantastic work, everyone. It's over on Patreon right now. You've got until the 20th if you'd like to have a chance of making a Sudoku video with me, which will be next month. Hopefully that will appear on the channel. And I've got one birthday to do today. Sara, over in Indiana, Sarah, your husband Robert wrote in and said that you discovered cracking the cryptic about 3 months ago, and you have, in Robert's words, since then been smashing the puzzles out of the park. That is absolutely fantastic. Well done, Sarah. You sound like quite a solver. And I hope you have a brilliant birthday today with, of course, a large slice of very heavily iced chocolate cake. And that is all the news. Let's have a look at Hypnotic Suggestion and see what Atticus 837 has in store for us. I think I've sort of run through the rules already. We have to stare into the swirling Sudoku grid as I count down to 1 and back up again. Let my voice wash over you as you relax your mind and enter a state of calm obedience. When I snap my fingers, you will say exactly what you see. Normal 8x8 Sudoku rules apply, so we have to put the digits 1 to 8 once each in every row, every column, and every one of these sort of 2x4 rectangles. So that's one of them. That's another. You can see, they are there. It's a little hard to see them, but they are there. Now what next? Oh, and there's just this look and say cages. So we read the clue aloud, and it describes the nature of the cage. So e.g., if the cage was 1522, there would be 1 5 and 2 2s in the cage. So this is 8 7s, 6 5s, 4 3s, and 2 1s. And this is 1 2, 1 2, so 1 instance of the digit 2, 3 instances of the digit 4, 5 instances of the digit 6, and 7 instances of the digit 8. And in fact, I'm going to restore my colouring so that we can see that there are only 2 cages. It is bonkers that this has a unique solution, but do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. So surely we start with 8 7s implies that there are only 8 7s in the puzzle, because every column, for example, contains a 7, and there are 8 columns. So every 7 in the puzzle is in purple, but there is a 7 in column 1, and it must be in purple. So that's a 7. There we go. We've got a digit. Yeah, look at this column. There must be a 7 in that column, and it must be in purple, and it can't be in the same row as the 7 I just found. So that's a 7. And yeah, it's weird actually. It's really pretty. Look at this column now, column 3. Again, there must be a 7 in it. It must be in purple. And now I'm going to do this column. It must be. There's something weird going on here. Yeah, okay, let's switch to rows. There must be, in this row, a 7 in purple, so it's there. And then presumably we go down here. There's a symmetry, a sort of rotational symmetry. So this must be a 7. This must be a 7 in this row. And this must be a 7. So the middle digit, and it's not, no, actually there isn't a middle. It's got even dimensions. It's 8 by 8, so there is no central cell, but there is 1 7 there, and those are the 8 7s in the puzzle. So that was doable. Now we've got 6 5s. That feels a lot less clear. I actually wonder, whether we'd be better off thinking about 2 1s, because 2 1s is not many 1s, and obviously the 1 in this row, there will be a 1 in row 1, and that will be in one of those cells, and that will be one of the ones that must be in this entire cage. There will also be a 1 in column 9, but the problem is it could be there, couldn't it? And there'll be a 1 in row 9. But if that was a 1, yeah, we could have a 1 here actually. I'm not sure. I'm going to check the other cage. Maybe what's the big number in the other cage? 7-digit 8s. Right, so that's not quite as good as 8 7s. Well, it's nearly as good though, isn't it? Because if there are 7 8s in the puzzle, then obviously the puzzle contains 8 8s, but I can see that the 8 in column 8 is definitely not in yellow. So every other column must contain a yellow 8. Now, how do we do that? Or maybe we think about it differently. It's the same, or is it just going to be symmetrical, isn't it? Of course, row 1's 8 is not in yellow. So every other row's 8 must be in yellow. So how do we do this then? I could put, or 1. Oh, yeah, okay. Here's a different way of thinking about this, which is more Sudoku-y. I know I don't like to do Sudoku, but we've got a sort of discrete problem here. We have to put 7 instances of the digit 8 in the yellow spiral. Now, you can... That's not very easy to do from a Sudoku perspective. I mean, if you put... What I'm thinking is you can divide this into sort of straight line segments. In any straight line segment, you could only put 1 8, couldn't you? So if we start at the inner point of the spiral here, if I just draw a line, those 2 digits can contain 1 digit 8 as a maximum without breaking the rules of Sudoku. I'll do the same there. The same there, the same there, the same there, the same there, and the same there. And when I just did that in my head, I got 7 lines. Now I'm going to get 8, and I'm going to feel silly. I can't get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. So there must, in order for us to be able to achieve, from a Sudoku perspective, 7 8s in yellow, each of these red stripes must contain an 8. And therefore, that is an 8. Because there must be an 8 on this little thing. That rules an 8 out of this cell, so this must be an 8. And because there's an 8 on this thing, there can't be an 8 there, so that must be an 8. Yeah, it's just every line is sort of pointing at the last line on the spiral. So this digit can't be an 8 because there must be an 8 on there. And that digit can't be an 8, so we can write an 8 in here. And this, same thing again. There must be an 8 on one of those, so that can't be an 8. These 2 can't be 8s, so that's an 8. This one takes an 8 out of here, so that's an 8. This one takes an 8 out of there, so I think that's an 8. And then we have to put an 8 on this line. And by Sudoku, it goes in the corner. Oh, and I've just seen. I could have done this very differently, couldn't I? What I could have done, and I didn't see it, so forgive me, is I could have said, okay, there was no 8 in row 1. So the 8 in this row must be in yellow. And then I could have got it like that and just plonk this in. But I've done it a different way, so forgive me for that. But my brain works in strange ways, and probably should put me in strange ways. But anyway, let's move on and not talk about prisons anymore. Right, what have we got here? So I've done 7 8s. Oh, I must be able to get the 8th 8 then. Where's the 8th 8? Yes. Yeah, I've got to put an 8 into that position. Just by Sudoku. And that's probably all the 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So now we've got a choice. We could either go... Well, actually, I know what I'm going... No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to say we either look at 5 6s or we look at 6 5s, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back to 1s because this being a digit has really affected the 1s, because in purple there are 2 1s, and there must be, just to go back to using my line idea, there must be a 1 in one of those cells in purple by Sudoku, and there must be a 1 in one of those cells in purple, mustn't there? And that means that every other purple cell cannot contain the digit 1. Now, does that matter, is the question. Do we... Yeah, I think it does matter, doesn't it? Because in row 9, I almost said, but this is an 8 by 8. In row 8, what we've just shown, or what we've just proved, is that none of these cells can be a 1. Because if any of them were a 1, that would be a third 1 in purple. But there must be a 1 in row 8, so it's got to go in the corner. Yes, this is beautiful. Now the spiral sort of works backwards, because in column 2, there's a 1 in column 2 somewhere, but it mustn't be in purple. Right? Or it mustn't be in a purple cell other than this one. So it must be in that one. If it's in any of these, I'd have 1, 2, 3 1s in purple. So that's forced. And now where's the 1 in row 3? This row here. There can't be a 1 in purple. That's an 8, which is not a 1, knowledge bomb. That can't be a 1, so that's got to be a 1. And presumably now I'm going to keep sort of dissecting the grid in sort of rotationally ever inward positions, don't you? In this column now we can't put a 1 in purple, so the 1 must go in yellow. And now we're going to look at this row. Can't put a 1 in purple. That can't be a 1 by Sudoku, so I think that's a 1. And I guess where we're going to end up here... Actually, I don't want to guess. I'm not going to guess. Where is the 1 in this row? It can't be in a column with a 1 that we've already got. It can never be in purple. So it has to be there. And probably, oh I see, and then we can just do Sudoku actually. I've got so many 1s in the grid, I can just fill them in. Yeah, oh we do end up with another one there. So that's all the 1s. So actually this is great. It's not difficult particularly. I wouldn't say it's trivial. It's not difficult so far at least, but it's fascinating. It really is. I'm going to try, what am I going to try now? I'm going to try the other low digit. Yeah. Oh, maybe I should have started with this. There's only 1 2 in yellow. Yes. Okay. Look at this row and this column. Now we can see that the 2 in column 1 is in yellow, and the 2 in row 2 is in yellow. So if they didn't coincide, there would be 2 2s in yellow, and there must only be 1, so that must be a 2. And now in this column, we can't have any 2s in yellow, because we've had the only 2 in yellow, so that must be a 2. In this row, that must be a 2. Maybe I should have started here. What about this column then? No 2 in yellow means that's got to be a 2. Yeah, this row. Where's the 2? It can't be in yellow. And it can't be in purple here, so it must be in purple there. Now I've got 3 2s, so that should be a 2 by Sudoku. And I've probably got enough 2s now that we can just almost do Sudoku, can we? I know I'm reticent about that, but yeah, where's the 2 in this 2 by 4? It's actually placed, and because that's going to give me the last 2, and presumably now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got all the 2s in the grid. So that's great. And what have we got left to do? We've got 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. And the next biggest number of anything we've got is 6 5s in purple. 6 5s in purple. How many straight lines have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Right. So now we'll go back to looking at straight lines. So if we just draw straight lines round the grid, I've drawn within the purple area in terms of available straight lines. I've just drawn a whole string of straight lines. And on any of these straight lines, I can put a maximum of 1 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've got, yeah, and then it was 6. I suddenly thought it was 5 5s, but it's not. It's 6 5s. So each of these straight lines must contain a 5. So I can put one there. Now I can put one here because this can't be. Now I can put one here. Yeah, that's a 5 by Sudoku. Can we get this one? I think we'll be able to. Yeah, we can. And this one? Oh, yeah. 1, 2. Yeah, we can go. So those all get done by using the straight line theorem, as we'll call it. Now, okay, what's the next biggest number in yellow? 5 6s. 1, 2. Yeah, that's perfect. It's perfect again. You just draw straight. This is the way to do this puzzle. You just draw straight lines. 1, 2, 3. 4. If you could, you'd just do that. And we've got to put 5 6s into yellow. On any of those lines I've just drawn, we can put 1, and there are 5 lines. So we can immediately just write 6 there, 6 there, 6 there. I love the way it's sort of, it's just filling itself in. It's ludicrous. Okay, there we go. That's that done. And what have we got left now then? 1, 2, 6, 5. Oh, I haven't put a 5 into the... Oh, hang on, I can probably do some Sudoku. Yeah, let's do some Sudoku. 5. Yes, I can do Sudoku. 5 has to be there. And this would be bad if this doesn't work, wouldn't it? But it seems to. 6s. Yeah, because the logic we used only got us a subset of the total number of 6s. And we can actually just use Sudoku to get these other ones, I think. That's going to be a 6. That's going to be a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and now it makes more sense to me that we've only got gaps of 2. So all of these are 3s and 4s. And what's the biggest number we can get? We've got 4 3s. 4 3s is bigger than 3 4s, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, so we may have to be a bit more careful, actually. We may even have to colour. I'm not sure. What we could do is this, couldn't we? Let's quickly pencil mark all the 3s and 4s. There, we've done it. And let's just check whether there's anything cunning we can do. So we've got 3 4s. Oh, all right. Now I'm going to change my logic again, very slightly. In yellow, we are told there are 3 4s only. Well, in this straight line, I've got 1 4. In this straight line, I've got 1 4, so that's 2 4s. 3 4s, because one of those is a 4. So if this was a 4, I'd have 4 4s, and I meant to only have 3, so this should be a 3. And that presumably then, yeah, well, yes, that's doing all sorts of things. All sorts of things. Probably finishing the puzzle, I think. Yeah, I think it's finishing it. Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. What? Oh, Now cluck like a chicken. Oh, when I snap my fingers, you will wake up and forget everything. Okay, so because we're under hypnosis, that is apparently what I would be made to do. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Oh, and I've just woken up. Brilliant. My clucking might not have been quite up to snuff, but that puzzle most certainly is. That is a true discovery. It's weird. Hypnotic Suggestion by Atticus837. How have you come up with that? That is amazing. It's amazing. So you've got 87654321 in the outer spiral, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the inner spiral, and it works. I mean, I'm calling them outer and inner. They're not really, are they? They're sort of both the same size. That is wonderful, isn't it? That is an absolutely magical puzzle. Now, I wonder, yeah, there's all sorts of patterns going on. Oh, actually, maybe there isn't. I wonder whether there are deeper patterns in this grid. I'm looking at the rotationally symmetrical cells and wondering whether they always add up to... I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure. But I think that there will be some mathematical properties of this puzzle that it would be interesting to cogitate over. But I will leave that. I'll leave that at least initially. It's a shorter video today, but a magnificent, magnificent puzzle. Share it with your friends, please, and let me know in the comments how you got on with it and whether you can spot the deeper mathematical truths that lie within it. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.